Hello friends, Shay here, Shay5. I have been tagged, so I'm it. Okay. I'm going to explain something. I was tagged to do this tag a while back from Patterson's fan, I think is her name. Patty Inson's fan, and it's 15 questions, but I do not know the name of the tag. She tagged me a while back, so when she first tagged me, her name is Veronica. I can say her name better than her channel name. So Veronica, I'm sorry that I took so long to do this tag. The reason for that is I wasn't feeling very well at the time that I got your tag, and so I wasn't feeling up to doing it, feeling like doing it. And then once I did get to feeling better, the main reason then was that it's kind of a hard tag for me. The questions are kind of hard. I don't really understand. I mean, I understand them, the questions, but it's hard for me to answer. I don't know how y'all do it. So I had to think on the questions for a while and study on them and even look some things up to get my answers for them and, get myself in the mood to do the tag. So I am finally trying to do the tag. Sorry again for being so long in doing that. For some reason my arm is really hurting holding this camera right now. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and start. This is going to be a long video because, like I said, I don't know how to keep anything short. Okay, it's 15 questions. Number 1 is, what is the most expensive crafting tool you use on a regular basis? Okay. Number 1, I have not been crafting a lot lately, so I don't craft every day, and I haven't been crafting recently, so I haven't used a whole lot for that reason. Number 2, when I do craft, and when I have crafted in my recent time of crafting, or whatever you want to call it, I have not really used any big tool. Number 3, I don't even really have any big tools. Not a lot, anyway. I do have one thing that I kind of consider it's probably my biggest tool that I have. And I haven't used it very much. And I feel like the reason why I haven't used it, well, that's for another answer, another question. So let me drop that right there. Sorry about that. So I actually got up and looked around in my craft room and studied. And I'm going to get up for some of these questions. Let me cut my light on here, because I want to actually show y'all. Make the tag a little bit more funner and interesting. I'm going to say mine. And another thing, it did say expensive, right? I got to come back over here because I have the questions here on my laptop. So it says most expensive. Okay, the thing about that is I don't know what's the most expensive and what's the most cheapest, because I am an oddball. I'm the only one on earth probably that does this. I don't really care about price. That may sound bad. If I have money on me and there's something I want, it don't matter to me how much it costs, as long as I've got the money to pay for it on me. Now, if I don't have it, then yeah, it matters to me. I won't be able to get it because I don't have the money. But if I have the money on me and I want something bad enough, then my light went dim, so I'm trying to match a button here to bring it back bright again. I don't know. I wish somebody would tell me something about that. Why does it do that? Anyway, I get it if I want it and got the money to pay for it. So I don't really pay attention to price of things very much. I don't really try to look. I mean, I've watched videos before of other people where they'd say, well, I seen such and such and I really wanted it, but it was such and such cost, so I didn't have it. I couldn't see myself paying that much money for it. And you know what I say and how I react and what I do when I see videos like that? I go, huh, if I'd have wanted the thing, I'd have got it. If I'd have had the money, I wouldn't worry about the price. That's just me, how I am. I don't know. Some people may consider that a spoilt brat attitude or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, so I don't worry about price that much. Now, if I do a little bit lately, if I have a certain amount of money on me, and there is, you know, I have a few things in mind that I want to get, and I know what store they're at, and I'm going to them to look just specifically for those, then I will make sure I have enough money to get those items. If I see other extra things that I want, and I know that I don't have the money for them, I make sure I get the other stuff first. And if I don't have the money to get it, or if I may even think, well, this one is this price, this one is this price, this is a little bit cheaper. If I get this one, then I'll have more money to get this. I do kind of do that a little bit since I've started shopping a lot for crafting, when it comes to wanting certain things the most and stuff like that, but not really a whole lot and about everything. So, see what I mean? I'm still on question number 1. See how long I take? Anyway, so the question was, most expensive crafting tool you use on a regular basis. I'm going to show you the crafting tool I use the most, or have been using the most lately. When it comes to knowing whether it was expensive or cheap, I don't have the slightest idea. I've had it for a while. It was a long time ago when I got it. I do not remember how much it cost. So here you go. This is it. My corner chopper. Is that considered a tool? That's what I use the most. Now, let's get back up, because I'm going to bring it back over here and put it back on my shelf where I keep it, which is my little ladder that my husband built. And look there, the paper's falling out of it. Don't even know if y'all can see me doing that. Where's my hand? Okay, I'm still having problems focusing this thing, or whatever you want to call that. Anyways, another thing that I use that could be considered a tool is this item right here, and it might be the least expensive, and I'm doing that only by the size of what the two different things are. Okay, and then I don't use this very much. That might be another tool, but I do use it some. It's my bone folder. And then I have an old hole puncher that was my mother-in-law's. She had it in her sewing box. Bought a new one because I wanted a new one, because this one is kind of so old and sticks sometimes. Got the new one, brought it home, used it a few times, and it broke. So I just said, oh, phooey, I'll just use hers then. So that basically is my tools that I use, okay? Other stuff that I use, like glue and the pop dots and tapes, that's not considered tools, is it? Your scrap paper, your stickers, your wood stuff, your metal stuff, your beads and your bling and your glitter and your markers, that's not all considered tools, is it? I wouldn't think so. Okay, so I guess that answers question 1. On to the next one. Question 2. Least expensive tool to use on a regular basis. I done kind of covered that, didn't I? I don't keep up with prices, so I don't know what's high and what's cheap. So that's my answer for that. Alright, number 3. Oldest item you made or someone you know still has. Okay, I have it, and it is an old item that I guess you consider I made it. It's not really something I made. It's my painting that I painted years ago. Now, it's dingy and dirty. It has dust on it. But this is it right here. if I can learn. There we go. I got it hanging up on my wall. And let me turn this so I can look at it. Let me see if I can focus in on this thing. Alright. It's the sky, blue, and white clouds. Right there. Okay, you see like a sunset maybe in the background or something. You see a bunch of stupid looking trees. That's supposed to be my trees. Okay. And then there's water. Okay, and it comes down here. This is your water too, I guess. And then that's supposed to be some trees and bushes that comes up like that, and it kind of goes around, you know, tall tree like that. Then you have a bunch of like flowers and bush type things down here, and it even comes up, and you see like a little cabin there, wood cabin. And then, you know, the thing, it goes up above it, behind it, the bushes, the trees, whatever, what have you. Okay, I painted that years ago. And as you can see, it has a smear because when I was showing it, it wasn't fully dried. And the person that happens to be my daughter's father-in-law right now, because we lived in Vicksburg, Mississippi when I done this, he took his finger and raked through it. He thought it was fully dried. And it wasn't. He said he was sorry. I know he didn't mean to, but I didn't even realize it wasn't completely dried enough either. And I tried to sign my name, but do you know, painting your name on a canvas is much harder than actually writing it out with a pen. Yeah, Sherry Spillman, and I go by Shay, my nickname. But I done that years ago. My girls were little old bitty things in school. We left Vicksburg in 1995 and moved to Collins, and my girls at that point in time was probably 3. Katie was probably 3, and Elizabeth would be 4, 5, 6, 6. Yeah, because their first birthday in Collins, when we moved there, they turned 7 and 4. So that's how young they were, and I don't know if that's the age they was when I actually painted the painting. They were much younger, probably. I had actually found there was a craft store there in town where we lived, and I would go in there a lot, and I seen that they had a sign advertising a painting class they was going to have on a certain day at a certain time, so I signed up for it. I had the money for it and signed up for it, and I went to it, and actually, I went 2 times. The first time I went, it was a smaller canvas, and I guess it's still packed up somewhere, and it was an apple, but it was, it had the apple drawed out on the canvas, and I just painted and filled it in. And then, when I went the second time, it was for this one. It was actually a guy there that was teaching it, and he had his up, and all the ladies had their easels up, and we had to watch him, and he explained and showed us how to do it, and then we did it on ours, and he would come walk around and look and watch what we done, and then he actually laughed at me on the cabin, and he said, well, you can tell you're not a carpenter, and I told him my husband was, and he said, because you're just not getting this right, and he had to erase my cabin and actually fix it for me. So anyway, that's my painting. Okay, number 4. Let me turn this back around again. Number 4, a crafting tool that was a waste of money. Alright. That's another hard one. But I'm going to say it was probably my, what do you call it? Let me look at the name of it here. Sidekick. It's a little bitty sidekick. I got it right here. It was my sister's, Becca JB, and I bought it from her, and I've only used it a couple of times. When I first got it, and then another time to punch out a bunch of things, and I ain't used it since. I thought I would like it, and I still think I like it. It just kind of seems to me too hard to do. if I had like, and I hope to have this one day, a bigger room for my craft room, and more shelves, spread it out and expand and spread my stuff all out, and have a nice shelf that I can have that sitting there with the stuff laid out there by it that you have to use to put in there to cut stuff out, and easy reach. You know, I guess that's what I'm all about. Easy. I reckon some people would consider me lazy. I don't know, probably. But anyway, that's just me and who I am. I want it at easy reach. I don't want to have to pull out a bunch of stuff, set it up, get the stuff all out if it involves a lot of stuff, and I consider that involves, because you have 2 plates, you have something else you put on it, and you have to run it through a thing. You have your little thing you put in there that's going to actually cut your paper. You got to put your paper in there. To me, I consider that a lot of stuff to deal with and pull out and set up to get it ready to even use it. I want it where it can be set up the best and most that it can be. Easy reach, easy access, which I guess is the same thing. But, you know, easy to just place it in there and roll it through and get what I want cut out and be done with it. Don't know if I'll ever have that, but that's why I don't use it very much. And I think I would like it better if I could have it set up. And then again, who knows? I probably wouldn't like it after a couple of times of that either. I don't know. That's just me and how I am and who I am. I'm sorry. So anyway, so number 5. The question is crafting tool that was the best bargain. Again, on this one, these questions are too hard for me, folks. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how y'all keep up with all this stuff and remember it all. I don't know. It's like y'all study it and remember it, and you've got it right in your head, and you just, bam, come out with the answer just like that. Anyway, my answer for that one, crafting tool that was the best bargain, I don't know, because I don't keep up with prices. I don't know all about the prices, so I don't know what's high and what's cheap and what's the best and what's not, and blah, 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 blah. So, I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm being honest. I'm being myself. Y'all told me be myself. So, that's all I can be. I'm sorry. Anyway, so now, number 6. Best storage idea you have implemented. I will have to say, I'll get up and show y'all this one too, that it would be my little rolling cart here that has drawers in the bottom and then slanted metal shelves at the top. I have all of my scrapbooking paper in those, kind of sorted and organized in a way, which is much easier and better than the way I had them before. I did have them in filing type boxes. It wasn't those, but it was some filing type boxes like that that I had covered with paper. And you know, now I don't even know where those are. What I've done with them, what I'm using them for. They're somewhere. They may be, oh, there's 2 of them right there. I don't know where the ones are that I actually covered with paper, my doodling paper. But anyway, I used to have it all stuffed in those. And it was hard to look through and find what I wanted, and I have certain things in certain drawers here, and I know that, and I can go right to it when I think of something I want. So to me, that would be the best storage system that I got, I guess. Alright, let me turn this back around again. What number was that? 6, best storage ideal you have implemented. Sorry. So 7 is worst storage ideal you have implemented. I guess I'm gonna go with my stickers on that one. This box right here in that shelf, this box right here has all of my stickers in it, just like this. But when I want a sticker or a certain kind of sticker that I know I want, I have to pull this box out and I actually have to look through them to find what I want. And I have thought while I would be doing that at times that this is hard to do and that I would love to have